through Europe, and how we're gonna just approach this, what kind of partnership we got with ICT Cloud, between the Sagessetech and ICT Cloud, and we're gonna talk about everything, I believe. And I want to start with Mr. Ibrahim. Mr. Ibrahim, can you just give some information about yourself and your background, please?
My name is Ibrahim. I'm now leading the Bulutistan, which is based in Turkey, European organization.
And how are we going to just approach this,
we are based in Frankfurt, and we do the cloud computing services and newly managed services in Europe and UK. Now I am in London because we opened a new node in London, and we have also some meetings with vendors, with global vendors, with our CEO. We are now in London, and tomorrow I will be back in Frankfurt and going daily business.
Okay, welcome to our webinar. And Mr. Sükrü, I know that you are in Munich now, and how is the weather there? And can you just give some information about yourself too, please?
Indeed, Munich is unfortunately cloudy and rainy. It is usual for this time of the year.
About London is not rainy. London is full of plenty of sunshine, which is not.
Yes, lucky you, yeah. Mr. Eden. So I have about 26 years of experience in the SAP domain, and most of my career. So I have about 26 years of experience in the SAP domain, and I am now CTO of Sagessetech, which is an SAP security products vendor. I started my career in SAP in Waldorf, and I have worked for a very long time for SAP. Then I have worked as manager for the big SAP customers, and now for the last 7 years, I have been designing and producing cybersecurity related products with my team.
Okay, thank you very much. Maybe briefly, I can introduce myself too. I'm TAYFUN BIRAKOÐLU. I'm co-founder and the CEO of the Sagessetech. As Sükrü mentioned, we are just working in the SAP area for 17 years. And in the last 7 years, we developed in our R&D center in Istanbul and several SAP-related security products. And we got an office in Dubai and Munich too. Now I'm in Dubai. I'm in Munich too, actually. So we can start our webinar, and I want to give the first speech to Mr. Edin. Mr. Edin, I just want to ask a question to you. How do you see the industries, from the SAP side, of course, in Europe, and about regulations also? And can you give some information about us about these subjects?
We are now in the heart of SAP business. As you know, SAP is a German brand, one and only German brand in technology globally. And there are also some changes in SAP world for the last couple of years. I was also involved in many S4HANA projects while I was managing the municipality company in Istanbul. And Germany is a big market, and as I know from my SAP colleagues in Waldorf, 40 to 45% of SAP businesses or SAP contracts is in DACH region, which is covering Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. And the thing is now SAP is cloud, which is on two bases, grow and rise. This is the strategy of SAP for the last couple of years, from HANA Enterprise Cloud to RISE. And now it is also coming to a level after the political developments. There are also the sovereignty in the center of the strategy of the companies. And we have to also tell about the sizes of the companies, because there are enterprises which has multi-billion or multi-million-dollar contracts with SAP, and also the hyperscalers on private cloud or also on the public clouds. And there are SMBs, and SMBs are really a majority in this region, and this region has 90% or 95%, up to 95% the economy is directed by these SMBs. 5% belongs to the enterprises. And there are also many SMBs needing this kind of SAP implementations. And the problem is these companies are already with the older versions of SAP, which is R3, ECC, not even HANA. And everyone has the target 2030, and there is a huge opportunity for SAP business in this region. And the thing with the security and the regulations in this market is also huge, because Germany and Europe giving more importance on the security side. And this kind of solutions like Sagessetech, it is really demanding in the market. And I think the cooperation or the partnership with ICT Cloud, the European branch of our mother company in Istanbul, it will be also a game breaker.
That's perfect information. Thank you very much, Mr. EDIN. And by the way, because you are in London, I can just add that a few days back, the UK has passed a new regulations about cybersecurity, and they are just broadening up, all of the security approach also. So it's a hot topic in Europe. And because they are thinking that to be independent as an European companies, to secure their infrastructures are quite important, as I believe. And Sükrü, I want to ask another question to you. Hence, you are living in Germany over than 25 years. Maybe you can give some information about the regulations through Europe, more deeper, like NSI2 or all of the other regulations. And then after that, I'm going to come back to Mr. EDIN about the subject too. Sükrü, yeah.
Sure. In Germany, the regulations about cybersecurity and about the protection of the personal sensitive information, so they are very important. For example, that we have DSGVO or GDPR, as we just pronounce in English. So the sensitive information must be protected. So be it in an SAP system, be it outside of an SAP system, and all the access to sensitive information must be monitored. For that reason, it is very important to monitor all the SAP systems, not just from security point of view, but also from the data access point of view. And as Sagessetech, with our solutions, we are providing this. Yeah, we are providing 7/24 monitoring plus the person sensitive information access in the SAP systems. There are also other regulations like CRITIS. It means that the critical infrastructure companies, their all IT systems must be connected to security information and event management systems, and they must be monitored 7/24. The security audit logs and system logs and all security related logs of these systems must be extracted, saved, and without any tamper. And it must also be timestamp based. This is very important. There's also NIS2, which is another regulation in Germany. And the important point is all the companies which are doing business with the European companies must also implement these regulations. Let's say you are a company in Turkey, you do business with BMW, I don't know, with Mercedes, or with any other German company, then you are obliged to implement all the means so that you are compliant with all these regulations. It's very important. Regulations are very important. Plus, even if there were no regulations, you have to protect all your SAP systems, because in SAP system, you have the most valuable data about your business. It's very important.
Okay, thank you very much, Sükrü. And Mr. EDIN, I want to ask another question to you, because as I know, and we all know actually, ICT Cloud is quite important player in Europe about, the cloud. And I'm sure you are just giving quite importance to the security also. How you are approaching all of this, when you are looking through the regulations and the cloud security also. So what your clients are demanding from you when they are coming to you?
We have two different aspects. It is internal aspect to security, and the customers are demanding, they are highly demanding the security compliance. And everything is starting with 27001. You have to get it. And then the NIS or GDPR or DORA in the financial institutions, everything is build it on this one. And for example, we just closed last month a mobility company, which is a joint venture of Mercedes-Benz and BMW. It's one of the biggest charging solutions or charging app solutions in Europe, and there is nothing with the business. There is nothing with the trust, but the business. Beside the business, we have to deal the data protection and also the security issues for more than 3 months. We have to sign a contract, data processing agreement, both sides. And we have to deal with chief compliance officers and data protections officers from their side. And we have to also hire a DPA, data processing officer, in our payroll, because without that, you cannot approach companies and deal with the things of the demanding from the customer side. And we have to deal also with GDPR. We have to get this GDPR compliance. There is no GDPR compliance on the certification side, but there is some reports from independent third bodies. Then you can also give customers this kind of reports that you are GDPR compliant on the data protection level, etc. And on the inside, we are in a data center which is tier 3 plus, tier 3.5 or 4 in different regions. And then you have to build your cloud systems with highly invested security hardware and software solutions. And on the other side, customers use their business applications like SAP. They have to also secure on their side the usage of the systems. Most of the attacks are coming from the user side, not from our side, because we are in a prison, we are in a data center, we are well protected. But if someone is coming from inside, from the user level, then or on the data side, then they have to protect it. The customer has to protect it. If we are secure, they have to secure their side. And this kind of both sides regulations secure this joint project to come through and to come to life.
Thank you very much for all of this broad information. And Sükrü, I want to ask another question to you. And hence, we are just conducting several of demos, hundreds of demos actually in a year and all around the world. And most of our clients and most of our, like the potential clients from our demos, they are asking that. They are approaching the subject is like that. SAP is secure by default. And why I need another security, like the product. I'm sure Mr. Ibrahim is having this kind of, like the experience also. I want to ask the same question to both of you. Sükrü, how do you approach SAP or cloud is secure by itself? People doesn't need any other products for it.
I mean, it's a misconception, a very big misunderstanding. Yeah. So that no software product is 100% secure, and SAP is also not secure by default. For that reason, that you can see SAP is every month issuing tens or sometimes 30, 40 security patches in a month. It means that the software is developed. Of course, there will always be some flaws in the software, or there will always be flaws in the default configuration of the SAP. Even if SAP is delivered in a perfect state, every company is modifying SAP, enhancing, customizing, changing the system parameters, and after 6 months' time, so the system is not the same one. So that they are with the projects they do, they incur many security flaws into the system. For that reason, you must 7/24 monitor your SAP systems, and you must check the vulnerabilities in your SAP systems. And the second point is, it's a very big misconception too. If my SAP is in the cloud, be it in SAP's RISE or be it in ICT Cloud centers, it is by the cloud vendor, everything will be secure. It is not the case. Cloud vendor can just guarantee you the infrastructure security.
Yes.
Yes, that is the only thing. They say my infrastructure is secure. You cannot access this from outside. But application security is still the customer's responsibility. It is also called the shared responsibility model. So you share the responsibility. And if you do nothing on the application security side, cloud security vendor cannot guarantee you anything. And as Mr. Eden just mentioned, in most of the cases, the danger comes from inside, from the employees, from the contractors, from the suppliers, your vendors, employees, etc., who have access to your SAP systems. For that reason, big misconception, big misunderstanding. SAP is not secure by default. Big misconception, big misunderstanding. If your SAP system is in a cloud infrastructure, it is not secured by the cloud vendor 100%. It's just infrastructure security. That's the point.
Thank you very much. Mr. I want to ask the actual same question in a different way. Hence, you got quite good experience in Europe and you are making business in Europe for a long time. I'm sure you can give us some insight about how Europeans are approaching security issues. It's the case. I mean, let's think that
the first priority is security. Yeah, first priority is security. Everything beside the solution is on the second priority, because if they are not trust in your security issues, or if you are not comfortable with your security, they are not progressing. If you have the most beautiful, most efficient tool, it is the thing. Security is all over everything. And maybe to add something to Sükrü, we give site to site or private connection to the customer, and we always say we are responsible for the infrastructure, and we also give the guarantee that the system is always on, beside some upgrades or some patches, etc., because there are also some SAP upgrades or on the hardware or on the infrastructure side. The most important thing is, if we give the secure connection to the customer side, the customer is responsible for everything. SAP is a solid ERP, which is a very good solution, but it is, as Sükrü said, it is not secure by default, because we have the basis who is giving all the authorizations or all the user rights, etc. Then we have the AMS, application management system. It's on the managed service side of ICT Cloud too. If we are on that level, then we have also some responsibility on the SAP side. If we only give the cloud infrastructure or cloud resources, we are staying on the infrastructure side. But if we have also some managed services in some customers, bases, and AMS, that is more responsibility, because we also go into the data and we have to work with the data, we have to work with passwords, etc., or the infrastructure level, and also giving the right, etc. That is some more responsibility on the managed service side of ICT Cloud.
Okay, thank you very much. And let's sum up to the first part of our webinar. In the first part, we talk about regulations through Europe and how European professionals are approaching to security issues, and how they are just approaching to cloud issues also, and what is the newest technologies and the newest regulations about this subject. Now we're gonna, in the second part, we're gonna just deep dive in the SAP and security and all of these subjects. Until now, the Sükrü and Mr. Edin, you want to add something for the first part of our webinar, or should we just pass the second part?
Maybe for the sovereignty side, I can say something. We are always talking about the European sovereignty, but now we are talking by the country sovereignty. It is not only Germany, it is now France, Germany, Italy. Everyone has their own sovereign needs for their companies in their countries. It is going a little bit more national than international on the sovereignty side. And we are also demanded by the customers that we have also the nodes, the cloud nodes, on their own land. And this is also our strategy for the next coming years, that we have 8 to 10 different nodes in different countries, so we can also give this opportunity to our customers in different countries. This is why we are also in UK and in Germany. Then the next one will be something else.
This is such a valuable approach. That means that all of the countries individually, even if they are in a big group like European Union, they just want to be independent as a nation. I'm understanding from your words,
on the production systems. On the production system, there is also DRCs. DRC can be in Frankfurt, which is the center of data centers, and also the cloud. But the production systems, the data, they like to have as a first priority in their own land. This is own country, and this is the demand growing in the last year.
Okay.
And the hyperscalers have also some problems with that, because the hyperscaler model is always centers in the continents, and there is also some problems, or there is also a trend to the private cloud private cloud service provider.
Okay, thank you very much about this info also. And Sükrü, I will ask a question to you. And what should an IT leader consider when selecting an SAP security product or vendor? What is important?
I mean, the most important point is, of course, so that any SAP security product that you are using, it must not put the execution of your SAP system in jeopardy. It means that your SAP systems are designed for business process execution. And it's very important that your systems run smoothly without any performance problems if you install any SAP security product on top of it. It means that any company using SAP really must abstain from installing any heavyweight product on the SAP systems. Let's say that you have a very huge framework that you install on your SAP systems, process all the security events data on the SAP system, is an overkill, and it's going to kill the performance of your system too. It must be a lightweight product. Second, from technical point of view, that you must really bridge the gap between security operations center and the SAP bases or SAP management teams. It means that your product must really have connection with the security information and event management tools, so that your SOC or your security people can 7/24 monitor what is happening in your SAP system. It's very important. And the third one is, of course, with like easy deployment, easy execution, the total cost of ownership must not be very high. As you all know, that SAP costs a lot of money to every company. So that when they really pay a lot of money for everything, for projects, for licenses, and the security tools must be price-worthy. So they must be effective, price-worthy, and they must cover, of course, all layers of the SAP systems, database, application, and on top of it, if you can really cover business process layer too, it's a perfect solution. It means Sagessetech solution is the perfect one.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Mr. Edin, I will ask same question in your expertise actually. What should an IT leader consider when they are selecting their cloud service provider in Europe? Yeah.
They are looking most probably on the expertise and the service quality. And nowadays, it is also a financial thing, because there are different things. We are now not talking about one cloud solution. We are talking about multi-cloud solutions. Most of the companies are working with different kind of cloud vendors. SAP is cloud, then Salesforce is cloud. Then you have some application development or modernization services, which you can have from the cloud service providers. And then you have some private cloud or hybrid cloud infrastructure, your own cloud. And this has to work very synchronized and very smooth together. What we are offering is on the multi-cloud management. Until 2 months ago, we only offer the private cloud solutions which is based on ICT Cloud infrastructure. With the merge or with the investment of Sabancı Group, now we are also offering some hyperscaler solutions for our customers, and also some digital transformation products on the top of that as a service, which gives us the flexibility and also a service portfolio, a product portfolio covering all the needs of the customer. And as if I come to back, the customers are looking for a vendor or a partner which has everything as a service, because they don't like to invest in capex, they don't like to have anything on-prem, they don't like to have many environment, especially on the Mittelstand, we say it, medium-sized enterprises, commercial-sized enterprises. They don't have the capabilities or the people who is taking care of this IT jungle. And you have to help them with your as a service solution to come a digital level that is giving you competitive advantage against the other competitors. And digital transformation in Europe is really very low if you compare with that kind of Turkey or UK or US, because it is more regulated. It is a very slow development from the legacy systems to modern infrastructure. And there is a huge need, but there is no one. And most probably you will also see, or you see, many Turkish IT professionals are now coming to Germany to give this know-how to German companies or German vendors to the serving the enterprises. And they are getting also very nice positions in their companies, which is also for us a plus, because we know them, we can contact them, they know us, they know our solutions, they know our service quality, and then we can approach or we can work with them very easily.
Okay, as I understand, Mr. EDIN, you are inviting your competitors to Europe also. They should come and make business here, right?
Yeah, it is something. Yeah, everyone is coming. Everyone will be. Because this business is an international business, a global business. If you are talking about cloud service provider, you cannot stay in a region or in a country. Then you have to go to other countries if you like to act internationally or globally. And Sabancı Group has always the aim. It is group of the global group. They like to have a global group. If they invest in something, they do it not for Turkey or not a region. It's done for the broader level. And the group or technology group of Sabancı is also investing in data centers, investing in cloud, investing in managed services, which is a bright product portfolio internationally or globally portfolio to deal with everything with the companies in all regions.
Okay, thank you very much. Sükrü, I will ask another question to you. What are the most common SAP security issues your clients face before they come to you? Actually, what are the pain points of your clients, and how Sagessetech solutions are bringing solution to these pains?
And that one of the main points is, for example, they don't have visibility on their SAP systems. They think SAP is a black box, so it is somewhere running by itself, and SAP-based administrator is looking at it and everything is okay, but that's not the case. So first of all, you must create the visibility. You must extract SAP security events from SAP systems. They don't know about it. So you need a solution for it. Second thing, the vulnerability management. As I said, SAP systems are vulnerable, and then for that reason, SAP is issuing all these patches, and you need a solution which really shows the vulnerabilities in your system in real time. And in an SAP system, for example, let's say if your SAP system is not running, it can cost you millions, especially when you think about the companies operating in automotive industry, energy industry, utilities, etc. I mean, if you don't access your SAP system an hour, maybe you are going to lose €1 million or maybe more. For that reason, what they must know is that they must approach SAP cybersecurity from business continuity point of view. That they don't know it, so they don't. In most of the cases, they don't notice that SAP cybersecurity is a business continuity issue, and it is not a cost issue. So it's not about cost. The money that you invest there is like an investment that you make for the machines of your company, that you make for the employees of your company, because it guarantees you your business continuity. And they think SAP security can be quite complex when they have a look at it, but of course it's not the case. SAP complex can be really made very easy to implement, very easy to understand if you have the right solution, like our solution, I would say.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Edin, I want to ask another question to you. And nowadays, in our, all of the demo sessions, etc., we are just making meetings with clients. Actually, they are always I believe there is new phase about it. Then the IT people, because of their workload in their normal daily life, and they just want everything ready for them. And the first question is coming with the, how long this project will take, the project time. And the second question is about how many internal human resource from our side you need to apply your project. You are having this kind of conversations with your clients also, how they are approaching it.
You are right. For example, as I give the example, the customer before, they always ask who is doing the migration, because there is a migration in cloud to cloud or on-prem to cloud. And you have to be ready to deliver this kind of services to your customers by yourself. And they don't have the human resources for this kind of things. They like to concentrate on their core business. They don't like to invest too much time for the services they are acquiring from the vendor. They like to take care of this kind of things by the vendor. And this is also why we are also going into the managed service side, because it's a complementary service portfolio for us, because the customers is demanding the network optimization or network security or CM or SOC. This kind of things you have to give them, or with your other partner or with your strategic partners. That is also Sagessetech and ICT Cloud is also a good match, because we always be on the infrastructure side. We are not going into the security issues on the SAP system in itself. The monitoring is, like Sükrü said, the monitoring is limited to the infrastructure. Is the capacity is enough for the SAP resources? Is the IOPS to the databases is right? The response times, etc. We are looking at the infrastructure and the functional side, not the SAP in itself, the governance. Everything has to be taken care of someone else. And this is a good match in the market with Sagessetech to build this solution on the top of the ICT Cloud services. And then you give a customer a complete solution end to end. Else, they are looking for someone else. And if they have this complete solution, they go to the other one. And we are now getting this solution together, and we have the advantages against our competitors.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Edin. Sükrü, I want to ask the same question with a different point of view. And SAP security project, is it taking a long time, or it should take a long time? And what kind of burden is bringing to the client side, or is it bringing any burden to the client side?
I mean, of course, it depends on the products that you choose. For example, if you choose a heavyweight product, as I said, which is called sub-native in the nomenclature, so which you can just install it in 10 days in an SAP system. You must configure it in another 2 weeks. So for each SAP system, if you need almost 1 month, it is going to be a huge project and it will cost a lot of money. But if you really choose a lightweight product, which is easy to install, easy to configure, and which is integrated with SIM out of the box with content, it is very easy to make it. Yeah, that for each SAP system, let's say on ICT Cloud infrastructure, this is going to take 4 to 8 hours per SAP system to have such a solution up and running. Then, of course, you can compare the advantages of it. And it is very important to really understand that SAP security is important. SAP security is very crucial, but it must not be complicated. It must not be complex, and the total cost of ownership of these solutions must not be very high. So sub-security must not be expensive. It must not be complicated, but it must be effective, and it must be implemented very easily on your SAP system landscape. It's very important.
Okay. And it's good info. Mr. Edin, and when we are coming up to almost the end of our webinar, I want to ask another question to you. If a client needs to ask 3 important questions to choose a good cloud solution, what it should be? When they're choosing their vendor, what kind of questions they should ask?
Yeah, it has to be secure, trusted service, which is our advantage, because if you are working with the hyperscalers and if you are a SMB, not the big enterprise, then you have to be 7/24 ready for your customer. And you have to get the responses very quickly, because it's not a ticketing sometimes. It is also the response time is also very crucial for the customer. And third one, the cost efficiency, because nowadays in Europe, the economy is also giving the companies the direction that they have to be also careful with their finance and trust, service quality, and the price. You have to be a good fit on this triangle. And if you somehow manage that, then you have the advantages against the competitors. Mostly we are competing with the local ones, and the local ones is always, how can I say, they are competing each other. But we are placing us with the local competitors and global competitors. We know them, the local ones and the global ones, and we are positioning with this kind of demands or requirements of the customers. And if they see that we know their problems, if they see we have this approach that we like to help them, to work with them on their problems, it is easier to get these companies as a strategic partners for a long time. I am not saying customer, because you are a strategic solution partner for them. And then everything else is coming on the top. If we do a SAP project, then they are asking, yeah, we need a security product. Then we offer them this kind of products like Sagessetech. Or they like to have some consultancy, then we offer them consultancy through our ecosystem. This is then an ecosystem game. We like to build this ecosystem with the relevant partners, a partner ecosystem, to deal with that kind of demands of the customer. And nobody else is playing this game in the region, because everyone is a single solution coming from DC side or server side, anything else. We are coming from the cloud. We are building an ecosystem on the cloud services with different kind of aspects.
Okay, actually, this word I really like because the vendor and the client in a like I'm saying like that they are just being in a long-term relationship. So we are just like strategic solution partners to each other. So asking the right questions and choosing the right vendor and is an important subject for both sides actually.
For
And
example, if
Shukri,
you choose a cloud company, then you work most likely 3 to 4 years because it is not easy to come in and to come out. You have to give a decision for a midterm or long term. And we always have, as a Bulutistan in our main company, more than 4 years, 4.5 years, an average of customer life, which is also a good thing. And we have to build that also in Europe
yeah,
with our
that's
trusted
perfect.
partners, of course.
And Shukri, I just created extra time for you because I'm gonna ask the same question to you while Mr. Edin was answering it. The three important questions that clients should ask when they are choosing their SAP security vendor.
I mean that it is like in a project, yeah, that you have three constraints always.
Yes.
So it is the time, quality, and cost. So that if you just put a little bit more emphasis on one side, normally you just give up on other side. But the vendor must be a good vendor which provides you the solution, which can implement a product in a very timely manner without incurring extra costs. And it must be a high quality product covering, it must be a comprehensive product which covers all layers of SAP so that after you have the project and then when the solution is implemented, you just say, okay, it is up and running. It doesn't cost me a fortune and I know what is happening in my SAP system. So if you just pay attention to these three constraints, I think you are going to find the best solution in the market. It's very important.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Edin, one of my last question actually, before we sum up all of our webinar, and how do you see future about cloud solutions? And especially, the AI is a hot topic in everywhere now. And what do you think about the future and the cloud solution and ICT Cloud in Europe, in technology-wise, of
Maybe,
course?
yeah, AI is now changing the world, and we are now in a transformation period. We are attending many events with NVIDIA, HP, Lenovo, any other Intel, any other vendors in this market. And what we see is AI, as you know, it is training, fine-tuning, inference. And now we are coming to the phase of inference and fine-tuning. The training period is now just about to end. Training is very important with the LLMs, the learning models. Now the learning models are in a maturity level that they will be used for as a service, AI as a service product. And on our side, we classical infrastructure or classical cloud infrastructure needs one unit of data center capacity. Training needs 9 times more. And most probably, we are not knowing. Nobody knows it. It's a new thing we will see in the near future, but we are guessing that the inference will be 2 or 3 times because we are now seeing the infrastructure from the vendors, and this is the thing we are seeing. And I see, this is my personal idea, we can discuss, we are discussing with all of our colleagues. I see the feature of cloud service providing on the inference side, because we are a cloud service provider. We have to give the resources, we have to give the infrastructure for the products as a service products. And I was in the HP event last year in Barcelona in Discover, and the CEO said there is 80 startup companies for giving inference platforms and in Silicon Valley, and they are preparing to get this kind of AI services on a platform-based solution. And I think the training hype will be in the next couple of years over. Then the usage of AI, the use case of AI is coming. There has to be a use case. Without a use case, you cannot do anything with AI. And the use cases now, chatbots, voice bots, everything, or security, which is also very important. The AI-based security on SAP or non-SAP is also, as a service, is also coming, is also there, most probably. And this kind of infrastructure we have to deliver to our customers and to our partners. This is the future also of cloud service providing. Not the classical one, the new era for the AI as a service infrastructure we have to give. That is not only training purposes, this is something else.
And this was such an important insight, and especially your last words about, AI in security, AI in cloud security, etc. And Sükrü, I want to ask the same question to you. How do you see the future of the SAP security and with the, when you think about the AI and all of the other things, and how Sagessetech is getting ready for the
into SAP security? I would say in cybersecurity, AI has a very important role now, and then in the future it will be more important because cyber threats are getting more and more complicated for every kind of system, and you don't have enough people to just handle and then this threat, and you don't have enough people to work in SOCs and to check everything manually. So AI will be the main actor in threat intelligence, threat detection, and response in all these three aspects in the near future. So there's a very important point that Mr. Edin just mentioned. Now the point is we don't have enough qualified data at the moment. We are just training all these models, but in a few years' time, we will have so good information and data models so that AI will be able to do almost anything automatically. In the SAP, of course, what we are doing is we have started with the first implementations of our products. For example, we have a real-time AI-based malware detection functionality in Suggest Logix. So if any malware is uploaded into SAP, our AI module is finding it without any virus scanner or something, and then says, look, there's a problem, but it's to upload something into SAP. We have an AI-based network intrusion detection tool so that we have developed in Suggest, and we are going to integrate AI into threat intelligence, threat detection, and threat response. And another important aspect is user behavior analytics. It will be very important in the future. So just you must have a look at the system, and without defining any roles, you must find out if a user is doing something dubious or something very suspicious. If this can be very easily detected by AI, and for that reason, we are programming now a user behavior analytics tool for SAP systems integrated with SAP logs. We have done quite good work. I must say thank to our team, to Osman Kankars, Yavuz İmer, Gökçe Elmas for this great work that they are doing now. And very soon we are going to have a very good user behavior analytics module based on AI as part of our Sagessetech offering. So we are doing quite good there, I can tell.
That's perfect. And my last question for both of you. I'll start with Mr. Edin while Sükrü is getting rest a little bit. And Mr. Edin, my last question is, of course, you just mentioned about ICT Cloud Europe services and products also, but I just want to make you summarize all of these, like the services that you are providing in ICT Cloud for your clients and how you are seeing your partnership, your strategic partnership with Sagessetech in DACH region.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we talked about that in the last hour, but I can summarize it. ICT Cloud is now an end-to-end solution provider. It's not only cloud service provider, cloud managed service provider. And what we are not going in to the special products or special areas like SAP security, intrusion detection, etc. It's a very specific area we cannot go in. And on that kind of demands, we are working with our partner ecosystem. We are a company which is working with the partners. and the partner solutions are part or complementary to our services. And in Europe or in DACH, in Europe, in UK, we like to build an environment, an ecosystem environment with our services, as I say, cloud managed service provider, and with quality services from our partners like Sagessetech. Because the security demand, or if you implement a SAP, then it has to be some add-ons like yours, because you have to monitor the user behavior, which is the most important thing. The next one is for ransomware, the intrusion. And complementary, we are also building some DR sites, because we always have backups and also active DRs for the database, SAP databases. If there is something on the main data, then you have to get up in a couple of minutes with the disaster recovery. And this is very much important. And this kind of sustainable and complementary solutions give the companies the trust and also the quality of service in a complete way. It's a complete solution. And we cannot deliver this kind of services like you, but we are very happy to have your solution for our customers. It's a complementary service on the SAP side.
Thank you for your kind words, actually, and it's flattered me as the CEO of the company. And Sükrü, my last question is to you. And can you just summarize about Sagessetech solutions, the LogX, Auditix, and sub-penetration tests, and how you are seeing our partnership with ICT Cloud Europe in that region?
Sure. I mean that our solutions that suggest LogX and suggest Auditix, that we are really auditing the SAP systems, and we are really checking the cyber security or the security of SAP system 724. They are very good solutions which are integrated with SIEM. LogX is integrated with SIEM. Auditix is also very good GRC complementary or GRC replacement, I would say, which can be used. And I find our partnership with ICT Cloud very valuable, especially in the DACH region, because that we know the vision of the Sabancı Group, Sabancı DX, Bulutistan, and ICT Cloud. So they are really thinking globally and acting locally. It is very important for me. So they are a very global company, but they can really pass to the local structures very easily, and they can adapt themselves. So our collaboration is going to be a very fruitful one and very useful one for all the customers. And I can say, I mean, to all the IT managers, especially in DACH regions, just I can say maybe in German, so bringen Sie Ihre SAP-Systeme auf ICT Cloud. So it will be the best solution for them. Yeah. And then we are going to
mit den zusätzlichen Erweiterungen von Sagessetech.
Ganz genau, genau. Mit unseren Produkten und mit unseren SAP-Sicherheitsprodukten. Auf jeden Fall.
Ja. Dienstleistungen, ja.
Genau.
Okay, sure. Thank you very much. And now, you got any last message to our audience? Actually, maybe you wonder that why the audience are not asking any questions, but they were coming to me, and I was just asking, summarizing the questions to you. So, you got any last message, Mr. Edin, to our audience for today?
I think we have covered many things, and we give our messages, and we are ready for all our customers from our recent customers or future customers, and we are waiting to serve them and then work with them as a solution partner, a strategic solution partner.
Mm-hmm. And Sükrü, you got any last message to our audience?
Yes, first of all, thank you very much that they have attended to this session, that I can say. And I enjoyed it a lot. And thank you very much for Mr. Edin's insights about the market. And I can say
am saying Sükrü, you are saying Mr. Edin. If I do it in English, then I do always personally. If I do it in German, Herr Edin, Mr. Edin, it is a little bit more formal. Sorry about that. It is
no problem
from inside.
no problem.
It was not rude for you.
No,
Exactly. No, not at all. Not at all. And it was a great session. And I can just say that, as we said, so I would just suggest all the customers, all us and all the potential customers to use ICT Cloud services and infrastructure. And so that with Sagessetech solutions, we can also protect their solutions. And to be a great collaboration for the next years, I can see that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
And thank you very much for your time and for our audience's time also. It was a great session, as you said. And please stop by in Harrods in London, Mr. Edin. And I love that a lot. And
we don't have too much time. We will attend now the meeting and directly go to airport to Heathrow. And our CEO Tevfik will fly to Istanbul. I'm flying back to Frankfurt. But yeah, we will come many times to London. I will follow your advices and do it.
Okay.
Next
Thank you
time.
very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And see you in the next webinar. And have a lovely, nice day. Ciao.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.